What is going on YouTube? Just helping you out here. And for today's video, I am going to be showing you how to derive the quadratic formula. And so if we write our generic quadratic equation as 0 is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, what we can do is we can divide both sides by a. And so 0 over a is still 0. And so you get 0 is equal to a over a is 1, so x squared, plus b over a times x, plus c over a. And then what you can do is you can subtract the c over a to the other side, and so you'll get negative c over a is equal to x squared plus b over a times x. And then now what we're going to do is complete the square. And the way that you do that is you take this coefficient on your second term and you multiply it by 1/2 and then you square it. And so if you do that, you'll get negative c over a plus b over 2a, which is half of b over a. And you're going to square that whole term, and that is equal to x squared plus b over a times x plus b over 2a squared. And that is a legal math move, because now if I subtracted this term from both sides, you'd be left with this expression right here. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this term out and then factor this side, and so that's going to leave me with negative c over a plus b squared over 4a squared is equal to x plus b over 2a squared. And so if you multiply this term by itself, you will get this term up here. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a common denominator on this side. So we have 4a squared and we have a, and so I'm going to multiply this side by 4a over 4a. And so that's going to give you negative 4ac over 4a squared plus b squared over 4a squared is equal to x plus b over 2a squared. And so now we can combine these two terms, and so that's going to give us b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared is equal to x plus b over 2a squared. And now I'm going to take the square root of both sides, and when you take the square root, you need to have one side as a plus or minus. And so I'm going to do that on this side, because that'll give us the quadratic form that we're used to. And so I will do that, and we'll do square root of b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared, and that's plus or minus, and that's going to be equal to the square root of x plus b over 2a squared. And so now on this side, the numerator we're going to leave, but the square root of 4a squared is 2a, and so here we'll have plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a is equal to x plus b over 2a. And now if you subtract the b minus 2a to the other side, you'll get plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a minus b over 2a is equal to x. And then if you combine those two terms, you end up with x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And that right there is the famous quadratic formula that many people use to solve quadratic equations. And so that's about it for this video. If you found it helpful, please drop a like, leave a comment if you have a question or an idea for a future video, and lastly, please don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about my channel so I can grow and help more of you guys out. I'm just helping you out. See you in the next video.